So welcome to OWCC 2024, and today happens to be day 4 of the program. So welcome. Just let us know where you are joining us from, your name and your country or region you are joining us from. Just let us know in the chat box, and we're going to take note of that. Just let us know where you are joining us from. Okay, so welcome, guys. Welcome, and thank you so much for always being here. Thank you so much for honoring this program. We are grateful for your presence, and because of you, we will continue to organize more of these events moving forward. Okay, so we got another special volunteer here today is going to give us our welcome remarks. Let me see if I can find him in the chat box here. Okay, he's here. I'm going to send you a notification to unmute yourself. Ahmed? Okay, I think you are. All right.
Yeah, hello everyone.
Hello, Ahmed. Hello. Yeah, you can go ahead, Ahmed.
Hello everyone, dear participant. My name is Ahmed Zaimfraz. I'm doing PhD in Business Administration from Ohio University. We are dedicated to extend a warm welcome to you as a participant in our online winter computer concept to 2020-24, the training program. On the behalf of our all dedicated team, we commend your enthusiasm and commitment to expand your knowledge in the existence field of computer science. Over the course of this program, we aim to provide you with a comprehensive understanding of various concepts and topics that form the backbone of computer science. Whether you are a beginner eager to dive into the world of coding or an experienced professional seeking to enhance your skills, we have designed this program to cater the learners of all levels. Our team of experienced speakers, industry experts, and passionate educators has meticulously curated their materials among others to ensure a well-rounded learning experience. By the end of this training program, you will have a solid information foundation in the fundamental principle of computer science and be equipped with the practical skills necessary to tackle real-world challenges. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much. That was wonderful. Welcome remarks there from one of our special volunteer. Ahmed, thank you so much. Now let's move on and give you the overview of TIT by playing this video. I think many of you have already listened to it, but again, let's do it.
Teah Innovative Tech, TIT, with the color representation of green, blue, and white. It was founded in 2018. It is our vision to use technologies to transform lives. There are lots of great minds out there, but the opportunities to learn and grow haven't been presented to them. TIT will use technology to provide career guidance, personal development, national transformation, tech events, and much more. TIT is operating on these 4 pillars: develop, build, connect, and impact. These pillars can be applied to individuals, groups, companies, nations, and society at large. Activities of TIT since its establishment have been: 1. Personal development of the founder in terms of higher education and networking with great minds. 2. Producing educational videos about computer science or tech, networking, windowing, programming, IoTs, web development, etc. These videos are being uploaded to TIT various social media platforms like WeChat, Facebook, YouTube, etc. 3. Organizing special classes or tutorials for individuals among others. 4. Web development projects. 5. Conducting global webinars, which are done during the winter and summer seasons, and many others. The prospect of TIT is to establish a free online learning platform and technical schools throughout Africa and the world. The takeaway for the audience are: 1. Exposure to a certain domain, some might be in a state of dilemma. 2. Career or educational guidance. 3. Hands-on from the speakers, practical tips, tools. 4. Connections or networking with like-minded people within the industry. 5. Certification. 6. Future partnership. DIT is open to partnership for the betterment of humanity and society. We can only have a minimally criminal-free environment, job opportunities, small businesses, entrepreneurship, and a vastly growing economy when the minds of young people are geared toward finding solutions through the use of technology. Where there is a lack of creativity and innovation, the nation and its people are doomed to stagnation and economic hardship. So, join us at TIT as we develop, build, connect and impact.
Okay, that's the overview there of TIT. And let's move on with other things that we have to share for today. If you are just joining us, welcome. Just send your name in the chat box and also your country you are joining us from. So some of you that have not registered for this program, please do. The program will start in March of this year. I've already shared this flyer in the WeChat group and in the WhatsApp group, so you can make use of it and proceed from there. Also, the HOHI 2024 admission process is still ongoing. The sooner you apply, the better, or the sooner you will also hear from the admission office, or the sooner evaluation you will get on your application. So it's better to apply as soon as possible. Also, it's important, some people already started getting through with this. Some of the participants reached out to me yesterday, and they have started with the application. One thing that we have to note here today is that the HOHI, the bachelor program, is in Chinese, but the PhD and master's programs are all in English. So if you have not gotten your first degree, it's going to be difficult for you to make use of this, especially if you are fluent or familiar with the Chinese language. It's going to be difficult for you to make your way around this. So for those that already have their first degree, it's a plus for them. They can apply, and their program will be taught in English, and your classmates will be international students. So that's one thing that I want to let us know about, because some people were asking about the programs. All they were seeing was in Chinese. So the bachelor program is in Chinese, and the master's and PhD programs are in English or taught in English. I will try to find maybe other schools that having bachelor programs in English, and if I get hold of that, I will share also with you guys. Also, you can share with your friends and families that want to come to China to study. This is a view of the campus. The campus here in Jianing, and also there's another one in Bamboo. There's another one in Changzhou City. So it's a very beautiful place and a very beautiful environment that you might want to find yourself. I will also again share the link in this chat box I shared yesterday, but you can also take picture and just tap the first link that is below the HOHI University 2024 admission. Application fee is not $400, it's 400 Chinese money, 400 RMB. So if you convert 400 RMB to dollars, I think that should be around maybe $60 or $50 for application fee. That is not for me though, isn't it? So just to, so it's 55.77 USD. If you convert it, the application fee in Chinese to USD is 55, let's say 56 USD. That's what you pay into the school. But it's very important to know that in past times, you have to pay the application fee before they process your admission or your application. But this time around, you can do the application, you submit it in the system, the admission office will check your documents and make sure everything is okay. And then once it passes the document check, you will get an email, or you also see the result, the status on the application page that says pass initial review. So that means you have to pay the application fee then. So in the beginning, after submitting the application, you don't have to pay the application fee until the admission office check your document and give you a feedback that you have passed the initial review. That means your documents that you submitted, they are all intact. The next process would be, after you pay the application fee, would be with the college that you're applying to. The college have to check your documents as well, compare with other people that are applying to that college, and then they're going to choose the best applicants and accept them for that college as well. So make sure your document is good. And if your document is not good, the admission office will give you a feedback that you did not pass the initial review, basically because your document was not good, or you have some other things that the admission office don't deem necessary. Okay, so that's it for this whole application thing. If you need further information, you can read through the link there, or you can inbox me on WhatsApp or WeChat or whatever place you can find me. So on the last day, we have Bosco to talk about his music and everything. We have a couple of people joining from different places, from different countries. That's why we say, if you're just joining us, let us know where you're joining us from. Say your name and also the country or region you're joining us from in the chat box. So we have a couple of volunteers that have helped to make this program a success. Alice, Francine, Ahmed, the person who just read or gave us our welcome remarks, Miata, Stanley, Nakili, Jala, Shamima, Emmanuel, Tina, Hosan. Thank you guys so much for the wonderful job. Joanne, Kaju, Salome, Wise, Delphine, Magnus, Agnes, Flomo, Daniel, Topa, and our last set of volunteers, Nimpan, Joseph, Evans, Abdullah, and Thomas. So thank you guys so much for your great job. And for some of you that have interest in this program or being a volunteer, the process will start, because the program that we run is biannual, meaning we run the program twice a year. So for volunteer, your certificates are here, they have been processed. So you start to receive your certificate right after the program. And also, we have designed this for you as well. So you can also get a copy of one of this, plus your certificate and everything, as a way of appreciation for your hard work and everything that you have done to make this a success. If you are out there and you want to volunteer, you can let us know. And then on the next edition, we're going to include you as well. Thank you so much for joining. The certificate that will be issued to you, you can also verify it through the website by visiting titnetwork.org/certificate verification, or you just visit titnetwork.org, and right on the homepage, you will see there is a button there that says certificate verification. If you click on that, it will bring you directly here. Is CSE scholarship available for masters and PhD? Yes, CSE is available, but CSE will be, I think nationally, the application will be closing in February. So it's better if you want to apply for CSE, it's better you apply before the end of February or before the middle of February if you want to apply for CSE. You can apply now for CSE, is already open through HOHA and also through CSE. Both are already open. You can apply if you want CSE for masters and PhD. It's already open to that. So if you don't want CSE scholarship, you can apply for HOHA University scholarship, and Hawaii University Scholarship have 3 grades or categories or classes. The first class, they're going to pay all of your tuition and every other thing, accommodation, whatever thing, and then they will give you a monthly stipend of 1,700 every month. And also for the second class, they're going to pay all of your fees, but it's with the exception of monthly stipend. And for the third class, you're going to pay probably dormitory fee or portion of your tuition. So just pray that, you know, you have a good grade, you have a good recommendation letter and all of that. What the programs offer. If you visit the link here, on that slide that I talk about the scholarship, if you visit the second link, you can read more about the programs, the various majors that they are all there. So you can read more about it. Let me see. Okay, here. Just visit the second link that you see here, and then everything is listed there. The programs, the offer, and all other things are all there. Everything you want to know about the various majors and everything, you can also have them there. So for the certificate, by tomorrow, we'll start to generate a certificate. We assume that some of you have already attended 4 days in a row. So we're going to use that data and do a probability that you are going to attend the remaining days. Since you already attend 4 days in a row, there's a high probability that you are going to attend the remaining 1 or 2 days. So with that, by tomorrow, we start to generate the certificates. Maybe tomorrow during the program, I will try to show some of you your certificates. Will already be ready by tomorrow. We'll try to work on that based on the probability that you have attended 4 days in a row. So you can use the ID on the certificate to verify the certificate through the website. And every other information like email, the website, and everything is all on the certificate. So just in case you have any difficulties, you can probably use that as a means of contact to reach out to us. Also, yeah, I think basically that's all for the certificate. We also send a certificate to your email. Usually, we are one of the best when it comes to issuing our certificates. Right after the program will end on the 27th. So right after the program, you will start to receive your certificate right after the program. We email a certificate to you if you want it through email. If you want a certificate through WeChat, us in China, okay, I will get back to that message. If you want a certificate through WeChat, I can send it through your WeChat message. If you want it through WhatsApp, I can send you WhatsApp. If you want it through Messenger, any way you want it, just let us know. We send your certificate via that medium. If you also want a hard copy, you have to pay for the delivery fees and all of that, and then we're going to send it to you. But by default, or what we always do is send out the electronic copies to everyone that qualify to get a certificate. So if you are not in a WhatsApp group to verify attendance and other things, you can scan the QR code to join a WhatsApp group. And also, if you don't know about the website, you can also visit titnetwork.org to visit the website. And then you can take it up from there. We try to, all of the videos from day 1, day 2, day 3, they are all on the WhatsApp, on the website already. So they are also on YouTube. They are also on Facebook. They are also on the website. So you can find the videos or the playback from all of the days. You can find it everywhere on all of our social media. That's why we say, please try to subscribe and follow our social media platforms, like the YouTube channel. If we post and say the video are available for today, just go there probably and like it, or you just subscribe and you leave from there because you already attend the program. So you don't have to listen to it again, but you can just go if you have not subscribed. By tomorrow, I will try to see all those that have subscribed and I will try to mention your name. Thank you so much. There are some people that already, how much can I pay in order to get a hard copy of certificate? You are not paying us technically. We are not taking money for any of our programs. So if you want hard copy of it, like SF, there's a more of a shipping line or whatever it is that send packages around. So almost like a DHL kind of a tap here in China, you have to pay them to deliver your certificate to your area. So you have to just pay for that. Because if you go to SF, they ask you if you're gonna pay, if we're gonna pay or the person should pay. So we just tell them the person is gonna pay. So if you reach to your city, you have to go there and collect and pay the money. If you are not in the WeChat group, you can scan my QR code here and join. I'll add you to the WeChat group because the group I've already exceeded more than 300 persons. So you cannot join by scanning the QR code. You have to join by invitation. Or if you know your friend who's in the group, your friend can also add you to the group. So guys, please subscribe to the YouTube channel of TIT and the Facebook page and all of that. I will get the list of people that subscribe, and tomorrow probably I will try to give you appreciation. On the first day, we talk about some AI tools or websites that you can use to boost your productivity. It's very important since you are here to get hold of. Some of you are asking how much to pay for ChatGPT. GPT 3.5 is free. It's a free website. You just go and create your account and you start to use it. And how to access ChatGPT, you just use the link there. That is the first one. Use the link there and you can proceed from there. You don't need to have any programming language skill. All you need is to know how to ask the right question. All you need to know is to ask the right question. You don't need to know C programming, Python programming, all of that. It's plain English. Ask a question and it's going to give you the response in so many ways. On day 2, we also talk about some other site as well. You can also take a screenshot of this. We are not sharing this in the groups because it's only for you that attending this program. It's a way of appreciation to you from us. So please, we are not sharing this in the group. Okay, so on yesterday we also shared additional site as well. So in case you weren't present, you can also take screenshot of them. And then we also share in the chat box at the end of the meeting yesterday. So if you weren't present, you can also take screenshot of it because we're not shared to yesterday link again. We want to share to this link. So for today, we have this for you today. So you can also take a screenshot. We will also share the link. This one will also share in the chat box here on Zoom, not in the Vera groups. For some of you that will be applying to Hoa University, you can use my information as a recommender. That way I can be able to get update on your application and also let you know if the office have any problem with your application or they need to get certain clarity from you. I can be able to do that. If you apply secretly and you don't tell me, and then the application goes to the Vera colleges and the colleges do their vetting and all of that, I can't be able to do anything about your application. So once you apply, just let me know, oh, I've already submitted my application. This is my application number. Then we can take it off from there. Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, I think we have covered a lot. Emmanuel, let me check to see if our speaker for today is present before we introduce. Okay, our speaker is present. Let me just send you an invite to unmute yourself. And let me also find Emmanuel and also ask you to unmute yourself. Okay, so you just wait. Okay, I think Emmanuel already unmuted himself. Let me see if the speaker also unmuted himself, not yet. So what we're going to do is this. On the last day, we're going to, okay, the speaker have already unmuted himself. That's good. On the last day, we're going to have something special. right? For you to participate, we want to hear from you. So it's going to be like a team or like a debate. We're going to randomly get 2 teams of 3 persons. You don't know your teammates. We are just going to do a random draw through another system that's going to just randomly pick 6 persons from the platform here to come and tell us if this is right or wrong. We're going to give the topic, but it's going to be centered around everything we have learned here, centered around artificial intelligence, centered around AI, centered around like every other thing that we are doing here, but mainly about AI or artificial intelligence. So 2 teams are going to have a debate for probably 15 minutes, and the audience are going to be the judges on who or which team emerged victorious. And the winning team, we're going to get 3 teams. There's 3 persons on each team. So if you want to participate, you can start to make your research today, tomorrow, and then on the last day, we're going to randomly ask like 6 persons to send their name to or through the chat box or unmute themselves and say they want to participate, and we're going to open up the system and take you through of that. So just a heads up for you to go and read and also listen to everything that I've been said here today. The winner or the best presenter and all of that, we will give you one of the cups, or if we cannot deliver the cup to you, if you're in Liberia or in Africa, we will send you 5 USD scratch card. If you are in China, we'll send you Hongbao, the equivalent of the 5 USD. We'll send you the Hongbao of 5 USD. If you are in any part of the world, just let us know if you will be actually among those teams, let us know, and we're going to see how best we can appreciate you for as well coming on the platform to have that dialogue. It's going to be like a dialogue. So 2 teams, one team is going to be for, one team is going to be against. For example, do you think artificial intelligence should be eradicated? Or yeah, what do you think about that? Something like that. So one team is going to say, yes, I think it should be eradicated. Another team is going to say, no, I think it should not be eradicated. So we'll have that for 15 minutes just to at least hear from the participant to know if you have been following the program. So without much delay, Emmanuel, if you are there, can you just speak? Let me know if you are. Just say hello so that I can.
Hello? Can you
Emmanuel,
hear
are you
me?
there? Yeah, okay, we can hear you. So let me
Can you hear me?
just yeah. I'm coming. We
Okay.
can hear you already, so it's okay. Let me
Should I
just make
start?
sure that
Okay.
yeah, I'm coming. If you are in a suitable environment, you can also open up the camera, Emmanuel.
Yes.
Okay, so ladies and gentlemen, our special volunteer Emmanuel is going to give us the introduction of our speaker for today. And right after the introduction of our speaker, the next voice you're going to be hearing is the voice of my friend and brother. And yeah, I'm going to talk about him more. He celebrated his birthday a day ago, so you can also wish him happy belated birthday in the chat box once he comes on. So Emmanuel, you can proceed from there.
Ladies and gentlemen, a warm welcome to today's speaker, Daniel Abaka. He is a programmer at Orange GSM Liberia and the CEO of LB Online TV. He will be speaking to us on the future of software development with focus on the Odoo Framework. A warm welcome to him, and we wish him a happy belated birthday. Thank you.
Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's welcome our speaker for today. Daniel, if you are there, can you just unmute yourself? Let's know if everything is okay from your end. Let me try to find him here. Okay. Yeah, you are still muted, so you can. Okay, now
Yes,
you are
I think
unmuted.
it's okay now. It's okay now.
Okay, okay.
You hear me, right?
Yeah, we can hear you. You can also turn on your camera. That will also be great.
Okay, okay.
All right, we can also see you as well. Welcome, welcome, welcome.
Okay,
Happy
thank you,
belated
thank you.
birthday. I hope
Thank
you
you,
enjoy
bro.
your
Thank
birthday.
Yes, sure, sure. So, good morning, good afternoon to everybody. So, let me share my screen.
Yeah, I think I've already enabled that option. You should be able to share your screen.
Yes, let me try.
It's not yet. It's still. Yeah, is there any way I can help from my end? Uh, we cannot see the screen yet.
Yes, okay.
Okay, so guys, while our speaker is getting set to share his screen, for some of you that have already downloaded the software that he told you to download, Donna, you are muted. Israel, how you doing? Donna, you are muted. For some of you that have already downloaded the software, you can just get your computer ready. And also for some of you that weren't able to download the software, it's not a problem. You can still follow the video later on YouTube and then go through whatever protocol that he will be demonstrating today. We understand that some of you are using your phone to join the meeting, so it's not possible for you to be able to use the software. Okay, the PPT is not shared. It's just the camera. Somebody said they want to be volunteer. Send us email because the chat box would be difficult to get that message. So just send us the email, or you can send that message to me directly if you want to be a volunteer for the next program. The program is biannual, so we have the winter's edition and we have the summer's edition. Daniel, the screen is still not shared. You can, which computer are you using? Using Mac or Windows? You are muted. You are muted. Okay.
Yes, I'm using Mac. I don't know
For
why.
Mac people, I don't know much about your Mac people, but
Yeah.
if it's you still have to demonstrate. If it's just the PPT, I could have shared from an end, but also you will have to
Yes,
demonstrate.
yeah, I have to demonstrate for the practical.
Okay. So let me be sending the link of today's AI website and stuff. Let me share it in the chat box, and then you can try to be saving it. Okay, now the screen is, we can see the screen now.
Oh, you see the canvas, right?
No, not the canvas, just the desktop. You can share, it's just the desktop we are seeing, not the,
I'm seeing different desktop, like window desktop. I'm
yeah,
not sure
that
it's
is not you.
this. No, no, no.
Okay, okay. Somebody wants to do violence, so let me just,
Stop
why will you
share,
share
right?
when you're not?
Yeah, I don't know who's sharing.
Okay, come in, let me just work on that. Okay, you can try to share now.
Still don't have permission to share.
Okay, so let me see.
Okay, okay.
I
So
should,
let's do it. See option 1, 2.
yeah, it should be possible now.
Okay.
So for, I'm already sharing the link in the chat box here on Zoom. You can try to start copying them. While we are with our speaker to share his screen, I'm sharing the link here for you. Okay, okay, okay.
Later, we can pull later and see.
All right.
Okay.
Two more here.
So my screen is just is okay now.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We can see your screen now. That's good. Okay, you can proceed. I think you are good to go. I think.
Yes.
Dana, you can go ahead.
Okay. So good afternoon, good morning from every part of the world. I'm Daniel Abaka. Today, I will be presenting on the future of software development, and then we will do a lay overview on the framework Odoo. So I'm Daniel Abaka. As the CEO said, and I work with Orange Liberia as a programmer. So basically, here at Orange Liberia, I work on a series of projects. I also serve as project managers on most of the projects. We have the queue management system. We have the human resource systems. We also have the chatbot project that I am managing as well. So apart from managing and developing systems and projects, I also do data extraction because I'm in the MIS department here at Orange. We do data extraction for marketing team. So in case they want to know how many person recharge 3 day in certain locations, we get that data from the database. We extract it using the SQL, and then we send it to the marketing team for them to be able to make a better decision. So I have my LinkedIn, my Gmail, and that of my WhatsApp and my mobile number that I can be reached on. So for our presentation today, we will do an overview of the future of software development. Then we will also do overview of Odoo Framework. Then the last part is just an exercise. So for our exercise, we will use the Sabros, Odoo Sabros, site where they have the simple module creation. We will use that for all the participants. So once the participants follow that steps, they will be able to create a basic Odoo module using that site. So our presentation today is in three ways. Our focus is in 3 ways. The first one, which is the future of software development. The second one, Odoo Framework overview. The last one is our exercise. So we have table of content of our first focus point. We have the introduction. We have the Agile methodology. We have DevOps practices. We have microservices architecture. We have artificial intelligence and machine learning. We have low code and no code development. We have security focus. We have cross-platform development. We have remote collaboration tools. We have continuous learning and skills. That's diversification. Then we have open source contribution. And we end up with conclusion before moving to our next topic. So our introduction is the world of software development is evolving rapidly. Oh, let me go to see this. Okay. It's evolving rapidly, driven by technological advancement, changing user demand, and emerging paradigms. In this presentation, we will explore few key trends shaping the future of software development. So we come to this one. Okay, let me address this. Okay, good. So we have the first one here, the Agile methodology. So basically, the Agile methodology is the approach software developer use or project manager uses to manage their project, their overall projects. So Agile methodology include Scrum and Kanban, Reminder, Wade adapted. This framework emphasizes iterative development, collaboration, and the ability to adapt change requirements. So using the Agile methodology in software development terms, at first, we do the planning. We do the planning. From the planning, we do the design. We plan the project first, and then we design the projects. After the project is designed, we develop. Based on the design, we develop the projects. After the project is developed, we test the projects. So the test will be in line with the design. Like for instance, you are building a project with so many functionality. Based on the design, based on the test, the test will go in line with the design. So once the developer follow the design and develop the applications, the tester will look at the design and go in line to conduct the test. So like for instance, you do the prototype of the application, right? The tester will say, okay, this icon need to be in this position. And now I'm seeing the icon in another position. So the tester will go back to the developer that, oh, based on the design of the application and based on my test, this application does not meet the requirement. So the developer will have to go back to redesign the application and redevelop the application in line with the design before going back to the tester for final testing. So if any mistake is done from the developer side, it won't be able to cross the tester before moving to release. So with this Agile methodology, it enables you to work in line, work in an exact approach, meaning without planning, you won't be able to design. Without design, you won't be able to develop. Without developing, you won't be able to test, neither releasing the application to to production for user to be able to give feedback on the application. So right after testing, we move to release. The application is released. So once the application is released, then we gather feedback from the user. So this is the approach. This is the agile approach in software development. And this approach is widely used by most companies. Most companies use this approach in software development. So next in line, we'll come to DevOps practices. So DevOps practices is the integrated development and operations continue to be a standard approach. DevOps practices aim to improve collaboration between development and IT operation with a focus on automation, continuous integration, and continuous delivery. So the continuous integration, CR, while the continuous delivery is the CD. So looking at the image here, we have the plan, we have code, we have build, we have test, we have release, and then we have the development team here, and then we have the operation team here as well. So once the application is planned, code, build, tested, it move to release. So we have deploy. The operation team will handle the deployment of the application. You as a developer, the only thing you need to do, you do the coding, you build the application. Once the tester is satisfied with what has been built, it move to release. The DevOps teams will do the deployment of this application. So once the application is deployed, operator, and then we have the monitor. So below here, this image explains everything that that is in this diagram. So here we have the planning stage, we have the code, we have build, and then we have test. We also have release. On our operation team, we have release, we have deploy, operate, and monitor. So here we have the development team that is responsible to develop the applications and then move on to the operation team for deployment. So many a times, like building small applications, it don't passes through this channel. Soon we build an application, we just deploy, finish. We don't have special deployment team that will be able to like review the application before moving to production. But with this DevOps practices, it's very, very necessary in software development, which will keep track on how you develop your applications and how your applications is released. So we move to microservices architecture in software development. So microservices architecture shift towards the shift towards microservices architecture persisted, breaking down applications into smaller, independent, deployable services, offer benefits such as scalability, flexibility, and easier maintenance. So with these services, it makes us to be able to manage all our modules. Like for instance, you have so many modules deploy on your application, right? Like for example, you have your application, you have the inventory module, you have the human resource module. So by breaking them like this, you will be able to have complete control. You will be able to have flexibility in terms of issue. So here we'll have the clients either mobile or web accessing the application. Then we have the API gateway that sit between these two, between the application and that of the clients. So we have the microservices here. We break the application down. We have catalog, we have shopping cart, we have this one, we have ordering. So all of these have a separate database, as you can see in the diagram. All of these have a separate database. So in case we have issue with this, the application will still move on. The client will be able to access those three resources freely while you take your time to be able to view service on this particular application. But if without the microservices architecture, like you just get one, you just accessing the application directly on a single DB. Probably you have different tables. You have shopping cart tables, you have catalog, you have discount. So one will have issue with that particular system or the database, the client will be affected. Nobody will be able to access the remaining services. Like for instance, you have issue on this one, nobody will be able to have access on this remaining services. So with this architecture put in place, which break down application into smaller parts, you will have complete flexibility over your application, over your systems. So this is very good, and it's advisable that as a developer or software engineer who is into software development, is necessary that we adapt the microservice service architecture to be able to build our application. Then we move to artificial intelligence and machine learning in software development. So the integration of AI and machine learning into software applications continue to grow. These technologies were applied in various domains, including natural language processing, image recognition, and predictive analytics. So basically, most of the application we build currently, we are integrating AI. Like for example, we have the ChatGPT, right? We have the ChatGPT. You can build your application and then use the OpenAI API to integrate in your application. So in software development is using artificial intelligence. It's very easy. Once you are glued and understand the approaches and using the various API to integrate your system, it's very easy. So most of the systems people build, the application people build nowadays, they uses the OpenAI API. They integrate those API into their systems to be able to have complete flexibility. So here we have the artificial intelligence, a program that can sense, reason, act, and adapt. So within the artificial intelligence, we have the machine learning. So the machine learning is an algorithm whose performance improve as they are exposed to both data over time. So example of machine learning, you can say the facial recognition. So in software development, you want to integrate your facial recognition app. You have to use the API of that package that you want to integrate, and you should be able to follow the documentation well so that you achieve what you want to achieve. Then within machine learning, we also have deep learning. So deep learning also a subset of machine learning in which multi-layer neural network learn from vast amount of data. Like example, the automated driving, where they integrate this into automated devices. Like some of the cars, you don't need to use a driver to park it, right? It's automatic. You use your mobile devices to control that car come to you, and then you move on. So as you can see, so in software development is growing rapidly. There are so many improvements in software development as compared to back then. So we come to low code and no code development in software development. We have low code and no code development. So low code and no code platform gain traction, enabling user with limited coding experience to build applications. This approach aims to accelerate development and involve non-developer in the software creation processes. So with this application, you don't need to get experience in programming. So with this local and local, you just do your click and drag. You drag it, you drop, you drag it, you drop, you drag it, you drop, drag and drop until you can be able to develop. Most of the mobile apps people build, others, they don't have experience in coding, right? So they use their approach to achieve what they want to achieve. They use this approach, they do their design properly, and then they follow the design to do their click and drag to achieve. And it works fine for them. This approach works fine. So you don't need to be a programmer. You don't need to have so many experience in programming or coding to be able to use this approach. So we have in software development, we have the security focus. So security remains a top priority in software development. Developers were increasingly incorporating security measures into development lifecycle, including secure coding practices, regular security assessment, and continuous monitoring. So in software development, you need to think security. In building your apps, you need to put security measures in place. You don't build your applications that the user will just step in 1, 2, 3, then you log in. There should be some restriction. The number of text, the restriction, the uppercase, in terms of passwords, complexity, uppercase letter, lowercase, the hyphen, different security measure need to be in your software as a software developer. You don't just build your software and just leave it vulnerable to the user. Anytime anybody can penetrate your software and be able to break into your software. So we look at top 10 software security best practices. We have one think security from the beginning. So before you build your software, firstly, you need to think security. You need to think in building a software, what security can I put in place to achieve this software, to make this software more protective? Because if you don't think about security, you build your software, you deploy your software. One fine day, you just wake up, you notice that your application is down due to security reason. So we have create a secure software development policy. As I said, you create a software development policy, security policy that will govern your software. Like for instance, users that are accessing your applications, you need to do a security policy telling the user that inputting your password, you need to use this pattern of password, uppercase, lowercase, hyphen, symbols, and what have you. Because normally users, they are lazy. Once they have access to the software, they want to do work. So you give them the access to log in or create their user account and put in their own credential for the first time. They will let you put weak password like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Or they will like to use their birthday. So if you put this security document policy together, share with the user, they will have to use this mentor and create a secure password. So once they bypass this policy document and try to do their own, create their own password on the system will allow them to be able to access the application because of the security measures that you put in place. So if they come back to you, you will send them you will refer them to the document that was developed. So they will go back to the document and be able to follow the document and have a secure account. So also have employ a secure software development framework. So most of the application we build, we use a framework, right? Like today, our practice will be on Odoo. So you should make sure that the framework you are using is secure. Even though you have your internal security guys that will also be working on the application or managing the application in terms of security. But you should also make sure, do more research, make sure that this software is secure, that your institution can be able to trust and use. So if you don't do proper research, you just take any software because you feel the software will be able to serve you well. After a certain time, the entire software will be at risk. The entire institution will be at risk. The software may likely go down. So it'll be a very, very bad practices if you don't follow this. So number 4, we have design software with best practices to meet security requirement. So here at Orange, before we release a new module or applications, we have the security department, the network security department. They share with us the best practices, measure that we need to take in consideration before we develop the software or before we even move the software to production for people to start to use the software. So it's necessary that you design software with the best practices that meet security requirements. So if you don't do this, your software will be at risk. So have protect code integrity. Also, the code of the software need to be protected. The integrity of your code. Like for instance, we have Orange Liberia. We do most of our development, even though we have developers from Ivory Coast, we have developers in other affiliates. Most often we push our code on GitHub, but we don't push it on a public account. So it's well protected, it's private. Only developer have access to that code. So we have review and test code early and often. So before you deploy, you need to review, make sure everything is okay, make sure the code is well, okay. Test the code early and often. You don't wait time to go meet management, you and your boss, your director of finance, giving CEO assurance that, oh, everything is good.
Hello, Daniel. We can get you. I think the connection is.
Ahead of
Daniel, if you
time,
can
you
hear.
need to do it as early, and then once you do it early, you will avoid so many problems. Because in software development, you don't need to be in your haste. You need to take your time because it involves a whole lot of thinking. So if you are in your haste to review and test a code, you will not get the actual results. You may likely do a wrong test that will move to production after users start to use the application, then your application start to break. So it's not a best practice. It's advisable that you always review and test early. So number 7, be prepared. So be prepared to mitigate vulnerabilities quickly. So this aspect, you should be able to notice the vulnerable part of your application and be prepared to fix that issue quickly. You should always be prepared to fix that issue quickly. Then we have configure secure. Okay, you also have to configure a secure default settings in your applications. You have to create a secure default setting, configure that perfectly. Then you also have to have a use checklists. So before you move to production, like you're doing your final testing of all the security measure in place, you need to have a checklist. When you check this one, you test this one, you check, you test the one, check, you test the one, you check. You make sure everything is intact so that you'll be able to know what was done and what is pending and what need to be done. Then here we have remain agile. Like in the previous slides, we talked about the agile methodology. So you should always, it's advisable that you use the agile approach to be able to achieve a successful projects. Then we have in software development, we have cross-platform development. So the demand for cross-platform application persisted. Framework like React Native, Proto game popularity allowing developer to build applications that run on multiple platforms with a single code base. So with this cross-platform development, it enables us to have our code, our single code or applications installed on most of the operating systems. Like you have a mobile app that can be run on Android. You can have that same mobile app that can be run on Apple. Just example. So you don't need to build separate application for Android. You don't need to build separate application for Apple. So with this cross-platform development, it enables us to get our application all of this on Apple, on iPhone, on Android, on BlackBerry, Microsoft, HTML5. With this cross-platform development, it's very necessary in software development. So you won't have to redevelop. Like the first app you built, it was only for Android. So you notice that more people using iPhone. You want to develop another one for Mac for iOS. But with this cross-platform development, you don't need to stress yourself. You just develop your application. If iOS user install, no problem. Android user install, no problem. Work on all operating systems. So we come to Internet of Things integration in software development, because all the trend we're discussing is in software development. We have a lot, for I just selected few that we are just reviewing on today. So Internet of Things continue to influence software development, especially industrial, healthcare, smart homes, and industrial applications. Developers focus on creating applications that interact and manage connected devices. So here we have application for agriculture, we have application for transport, we have application for smart homes, we have application for production, we have application for environmental monitoring. We have so many applications. So many applications, Internet of Things. So basically, a developer will focus on things that a user interact mostly and develop that, come up with ideas, come up with solutions. Then we have in software development as well, We also have remote collaboration tool. So the COVID-19 pandemic accelerated the adoption of remote collaboration tools, version control system, communication platform, and virtual collaboration tools became essential for distributed development teams. So this remote collaboration tool were in existence before COVID-19, but during the COVID-19 pandemic, like almost everybody was working from home. So you notice that most people start to use this tool, like Microsoft Teams to have meeting. We have Slack. Slack is for developer to manage the progress of your applications that you're building. It's also handle tasks. You can create a team. You assign tasks to each developer, and then you can keep focus. You can keep complete track on projects using the Slacks. So we also have Skype. You can do some you can do meetings on Skype as developer. There are a lot of tools. There are a lot of remote collaboration tools in software development that developer uses. There are a lot. We have Jira software. We have so many tools that is used in software development. So we have continuous learning and skills diversification. So given a rapid pace of technology change, developer emphasize continuous learning and skills. So this one enable developer to adapt to new framework, new applications. So like for instance, examples, I came here at Orange first. When I came here, I was doing just a small development using PHP. So our affiliates from Ivory Coast, they came to deploy a solution that was developed using Python. So our forced to adapt, learn, and put things in place so that I'll be able to achieve what need to be achieved. So with this continuous learning, able you to learn new things that will be able to solve problems. So what need to be done here on the graph? We have plan and identify the problem. So you plan first, you identify the problem. So when the problem is identified, you do a test of that solution. So if this solution is built in PHP and you want to change that to a new framework, you identify the problem. You already identify the problem. You do a test. Do tests to see if that is possible or not. So if it is possible, you move on. You check. You do a proper check. Once the check is done, you add, which is the implementation. You implement. So these are the four stages of continuous improvement. So with this, it enable you to improve more, and it make you to learn and get good skills. So with this, you'll be able to adapt. You'll be able to learn so many languages. So today we're doing presentation on our lab practical on Odoo, right? So you as a PHP developer or other developer, you want to learn Odoo, and you want to learn new skills. You also want to build similar project that you built before in different language. You can use this approach to be able to achieve what you want to achieve. Then we have, in software development, we have open source contribution. So open source software play a vital role in the software development ecosystem. Many developers and organizations actively contribute to and benefit from open source projects. So most of the applications we build is open source. It's open source, most of the applications. So even big institutions, they use those open source application, and then they benefit from that application. So we have open source teaching and monitoring. We have open source security software. We have something for performance. There are a lot of open source application. So to conclude our first focus point, software has become an integral part of nearly every industry, driving efficiency, innovation, and competitiveness. Its role is continuously expanding as technologies evolve and organizations seek to leverage digital solutions to address their unique challenges and opportunities. So most of the institution, they're big organization. There's big organization. They are moving digital. They are leveraging on new solutions. They are leveraging on this software to move their institution digital. They are leveraging on this software to move forward. They are leveraging on this software to make huge impact in the industry. So we will conclude here, and then we have Q&A. We'll have a few questions before we move to the next topic.
Okay. Thank you so much for that first aspect. There's an annotation or writing on the screen. I think it's from your end. Those
Yeah, I don't know how can I
you can
remove
play
it?
annotation. Let me see if I can do it from here. But if
Yeah.
anyone in the chat box have any
Because
question,
I wondering how you got that.
okay, let me work on that. So if you have question and you are in the chat box, just raise your hand, and then we're going to ask you to unmute yourself. Henry, you can unmute yourself, check your screen. You should have. Yeah, Henry, you can
Hello,
go
are you
ahead.
getting me?
Yeah.
Yes, I'm getting.
Oh, okay. Thank you, Mr. Daniel, for the presentation. It was very nice, and I have a few questions. But my first question would be before you did mention the microservice, uh, but then you didn't dive deep into it. I want to know, because there are two types of development approach. They have the monoservice and the monopoly and the microservice. And then what is the advantage of microservice? Like, and which kind of application is recommended to you when you're to use the microservice approach in building? Which kind of application? Yeah, that's my first question. So if you can answer that, then we can proceed to the next question.
Dana, you want to take all the question or you want to do one at a time?
Yes, I'm taking note. So we can just take the other questions. Then
Okay, so Joseph Dolo, you should have an option to unmute yourself. Joseph Dolo. Joseph, check your screen. There's an option. Okay, go ahead, Joseph.
Okay. Thank you, Daniel, for the presentation. It was actually good. As for the first part, yeah, my question is, what are the major disadvantages of low code or using low code, no code platforms? Because I have two different questions. And number two, can you build a complex enterprise level application with low code and no code platform? That's what my two questions.
Okay.
Okay, so I think you can just take that first two while we await more questions.
Okay, so for the low code, right? As I said, the disadvantage. Let me go back to it. So the low code and the no code, you can build application using this approach. The disadvantage, you won't be able to code. You won't be able to code like they are building application using React Native. You have to make all the changes in the code from scratch. You have to develop the application from scratch. But for this, you won't be able to code. You will just do click and drag, click and drag, click and drag, click and drag until you can achieve what need to be achieved. So I can give you one example of no code, but we can also code as well, low code and no code, like WordPress, right? WordPress has click and drag. People click and drag, click and drag. They have less code at the back end. Some of the WordPress. We do click and drag, and less code as compared to other applications that you code from start to finish. Camera, please. So it's clear?
I think I have to give him the permission to. You can be addressing the second question. If your question is not clear, you can raise your hand again. Then I can unmute you. If not, you can go to the next question. I think it's clear from his end.
The next question was by, let me see, take note of this. Take note of that.
Okay, so while you're finding the next question, let me just read one question here from the chat box. What are some challenges you face so far in the programming journey? And what advice can you give to someone who wants to start a career of becoming a programmer?
So let me answer that real quick. So the challenges I face, as I said, like let me take you to this slide. It should be so. Okay. Like the challenges I face most often is adapting to new framework and coming up with solutions. So like here at Orange, we have so many applications that we are managing and so many applications that we're working on. So after a few times, you will see different groups from other Orange affiliate. They will come with different solutions, different applications that was built in that affiliate. So they want to adapt that same applications. So coming here at Orange Liberia, they expect all developers to be able to adapt. So there is a huge challenge, which will take me like some time to do research, learn, gain new skills before I start to implement. So as a programmer coming up, what I advise is to like keep focus on what you want to do. You don't need to learn all. You need to learn the basic to achieve. because like for instance, somebody come here today to do presentation on Python. You learn Python like on the surface, and another day, another person come to do presentation on JavaScript. You learn JavaScript on the surface, and without a project, it will be very, very difficult for you to be fluent in that particular area as a developer. So if you choose to learn Python, somebody gave you an overview of Python. You go, you do more research on Python of that particular framework. If you want to be good in that framework, you do more research, you practice consistently to come up with at least one project that you can do on your own in that particular framework or programming languages. Come up with one project, because tomorrow, if you apply somewhere, right, they will ask you, have you done any projects? Can you show something? So if you're just like, you do the first, you learn the first thing on the surface, you didn't come up with any projects, you learn the other one, you didn't come up with any projects. By the end of the day, as a programmer or developer, you'll be confused. You don't know why to be master at, or you don't know what to have strength in. So once you take your time, you understand that particular framework, you come up with a solution. And that solution, one fine day, it will be very fruitful for you. One fine day. When I was coming out as a programmer, I developed a simple school management system on my PC using C# and SQL Server and SQL, Microsoft SQL. I did that project on my computer, and when I came at Orange as intern. I was asked, what are you studying? I said, I'm studying software engineering, programming. Okay, how many years? So and so years. Have you done any project, any mini project that you can show to convince us? So even though it was not 100% completed, right? But at least they were able to see something that I did, and they can be, and they was convinced that, oh yes, for true, this guy able to do something. So with that skills, skills in C#, PHP, I came to Orange now. There are a series of projects I learned on the job. Series of projects, learn new skills, like the Odoo Framework. When I was in Bluecrest, I didn't know anything about Odoo. I came here at Orange. I have to adapt, because the Odoo Framework and the employees management module, we use the Odoo Framework here, and other of affiliates of Orange Ivory Coast use Odoo. So developer from Ivory Coast, when they came to deploy Odoo, I was forced to adapt.
Okay, so I think
conclude,
you can conclude on that, and then we'll move to the next part of the
yes, to
presentation.
conclude,
We already have 30 minutes.
Yes, to conclude, as a software developer, you need to be focused on what you need to learn and what's very, very important to you.
Okay, so to Enoch and Ellis, if time is sufficient, at the end of the next phase of his presentation, then we'll give you the chance to ask a question. But for now, we have officially 30 minutes to end today's section. So let's just give him the chance to.
And we have the
go
next
through with
presentation as well before the practical.
Can we just do the practical for the sake of
No,
maybe
for
the
the
practical
presentation,
will also.
The presentation I just drain through. It's not in depth, just overview to just have understanding of what
Okay,
Odoo
okay,
is.
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, because we have 29 minutes officially. All right.
So we should move on.
Yeah, you can move on to the next part.
Okay, so for our Odoo presentation, we have the introduction, what is Odoo, how many types of module are there in Odoo, what is unique about Odoo, what make Odoo difference, what type of company can benefit the most from Odoo, what are the benefits of Odoo, what is the disadvantage of using Odoo, different edition in Odoo, what are the relational field type in Odoo, popularity of Odoo, conclusion, and that of our exercise. So I'll be fast because our practical will take a few time. Okay, so introduction. Odoo is a versatile and popular open source enterprise resource planning software that provide a comprehensive suite of business applications. It was founded in 2002 and has gained a solid global presence, attracting a large community of developer users and Odoo implementation partners. So we will explore more, blah, blah, blah. So the same thing we just discussed, they come here. They come to how many types of module. Oh, I'm not seeing the other. That's coming. I don't know why. Okay, so we have the predefined model and the custom model. So basically, the predefined model is Odoo build module. So once you install Odoo, it comes with all the module, predefined module. So with this predefined module, as a good Odoo developer, you can build on top of the module. You can also customize the module, and then you can also come up with your own module that you need, which is the custom module. But in our practice, we will build our own module, which will be the custom module.
Daniel, I don't know because of the time, because the protocol alone, I think is going to take it's
So
actually
okay,
going to take
okay,
more time. So you just
let's move straight to the protocol now. Right?
it is possible to get the PPT from you later. Maybe they can go
Yes,
and they can read.
yes, I can share with you later. I'll
Okay,
share with you.
so guys, you will just read through the other theoretical part, and then if you still have other question, we will find a way for you to reach out to him. But let's just at
Yes,
least go through the
so
practical part.
so for our practical, we'll use Sabros. So on Sabros, that means drop the link in the group. On Sabros, they will follow the Sabros documentation to be able to create a simple Odoo module, very simple, using the Sabros documentation because of time. So let me see. You see my screen, right?
Yes, yes, you can see the screen.
You see in the Odoo.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So once your Odoo is installed, you will have this. I have created series of databases on this my install Odoo application on my computer. So you create database, like you give the database name. Maybe we say OWCC practice. Email, you can just put admin, is the admin credential, and then you put admin as password. This phone number is not required. They also have for demo data. You can check this demo data, but it's not required, at least to be able to see something to do demo. But we are not doing demo. We are creating a fresh database. So the database is creating. While the database is creating, here we have the Sabros. We have the Sabros site that will also be using. We will also be using, let me drop the link in a group. Okay, I dropped the link. So we use this site to be able to do our simple practice. Sorry, it's reading. Let me see. OWCC practice. My computer. That is slow.
So we hope for that everything will go through before the time. If not, we will appeal to the speaker if he can come back on the last day to complete the presentation, especially on the demonstration aspect.
Yes.
But let's be hopeful. And also for the attendance, we will just do it in the background. So because that will also take another time. So do not worry. As long as you will be here until 7:30 or 11:30 Liberia time, we will do the attendance around that time. So officially we have 20 minutes to go. So maybe in the last 5 minutes, we'll take the attendance. But then you will not have to know, so because of the time. But let's keep following. If we can't go through of the demonstration today, we will try to do it on the last day as well. If you also have, while we are waiting, I think we can, if you also have any concern or question, then you can ask while we are waiting to.
Trying to, let me see.
You can send your question in the chat box if you have, and he can be answering while he's waiting for responses from the system. But once it's time for attendance, I will let you know that we are taking attendance now so that at least they can be on the record that we announce it before taking it. So once it's time for attendance, I will let you know that attendance is about to be taken. If you have any other question, please don't hesitate to ask in the chat box, or you can, he will also be in the WhatsApp group. So I will be reading the question out to him. Daniel, it is possible to be answering the question while you are working on it from there.
Yeah, no problem.
So there's a question here in the chat box that says, is Odoo used for web and mobile application?
Yes, in the presentation, we have everything there. Yes, both web, the community version, don't support the mobile application. For the enterprise version, they support mobile because the community version is free. Yes, so once you
Okay.
subscribe to the enterprise, you'll be able to have the mobile version.
All right. So you have to get the enterprise to get the mobile, or you can use the
Yeah.
community version and get the
Yes, the free version, you can do all your
computer one.
customization. Yes, you see that.
Okay. Does Odoo work online and offline?
Yes, it work online. You can develop your Odoo and then you can sure, you can host it on AWS. You can host Odoo on AWS. We did one Odoo work for certain NGO. We hosted it online. Yeah, at Orange Library, Odoo is hosted locally on a local server. The system admin guy, they create server for you, give you access, you deploy Odoo locally. Sure.
Okay. So if you already installed the Odoo, how do you launch the Odoo? How do you open it?
Yeah,
So you have
so
to
as
go
you can
to
see
your
in my
web
browser,
browser.
yes, once you launch the Odoo, it gave you the default IP of your computer. So now you're running on localhost. So normally, yeah, if the system admin guys create the you send in the requirement, right? The version of server that you need. The system admin guys will do everything, and then they give you access to the server. After they give you access, they will even do the installation. They will install the Odoo, everything for you. They give you access. So once they give you access, you log into the Odoo, you locally on your computer, you build your applications. You have the Odoo on your local machine. You build the applications, you make all the necessary changes, and then you just do the pushing. The system amigas will handle the uh the the integration from your computer script to the server.
So does Odoo
So
have a master password? Like someone is saying,
yes, sure. Initially, if you install it, it will show you option to put in your master password. It comes with default master password, but you can decide which password you want. If you want to maintain the same master password, no problem.
okay, so Kato, you can check for the master password. I think since it's come with that, it should be online. But then if you know the default master password, you can also
So
let
the
us know.
master password, I will share with you in the WhatsApp group how to get a master password. Master password is in the add-on file.
Okay.
Yeah, in the add-on file. Probably you forgot the master password and you want to create another database, they will ask you for the master password in some cases.
All right. So this Odoo thing, what really can it be used for? Someone is asking, what is the practical use of it? Who really need to use it? Like student have to use it, business person have to use it. Who really have to use it?
Student can use it, business can use it. So many people can use Odoo. Odoo is very powerful. Currently, we use Odoo at all our shops here in Liberia, Orange Liberia, all these shops, the stores uses Odoo because Odoo has the point of sales module. Odoo has a
Okay.
point of sales module that can be customized to your business need. It has so many modules that you can use. So student can use it, uh, businesses can use it. Yeah, in Ivory Coast, for 9 Liberia, we just have maybe a few people using Odoo, but in Ivory Coast, there are so many people using Odoo in Ivory Coast. They even have an Odoo partner in Ivory Coast that get in contact with businesses. They customize Odoo according to your needs. Yes, the customer. Odoo is very, 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 very powerful.
Okay.
So now
What's
what we'll
the
do, I will share the slides since my Docker is misbehaving. I will share the slides, and then
okay?
I'll send some few steps until Saturday, then we can do the practice. So now maybe people can ask questions on Odoo, and then I can be able to
Okay, I
answer.
think we can do that. For the practical aspect, guys, we'll do the practical
Yes,
on
then
Saturday, the last day. So
yes, ma'am.
let's just take question and answer on Odoo. I'm going to open up I'll give you the permission to unmute yourself, but you have to raise your hand first. And if you cannot ask maybe directly, you can send a message in the chat box, and then it's going to be answered as well. So just raise your hand, use the raise hand feature. I think Henry, since we got you, let's get Jefferson Chrome, and then we'll come back to you, Henry. Jefferson, you can go ahead.
Yes, hello everyone, and hello from my end. I want to say thanks to the presenter. He actually presented well. But a few things I want to understand from this Odoo. I want you to please give me a very good insight on it. I want to understand, is Odoo used in the form of a database wherein you deploy your database to share among customers, and that of you, like let's say in the form of auto teller machine where the server is somewhere and generate your future later onto you. So I just want to understand the actual purpose of Odoo. What really is it meant for?
Yes, so Odoo is an enterprise software, right? It contains so many modules. It has both database, like for the Windows user, once you install Odoo, it install with PostgreSQL. Even Mac user, you have to install the database. You have to install the database separately, but for the Windows user, once you install Odoo, it install with the database, PostgreSQL. So Odoo is used to manage business purposes. Like in Odoo, we have the human resource. You have your human resource department. In Odoo, you can have a module for human resource purposes. So human resource department will take charge of that module. You will give them access. They will be able to create all your stuff, right? You will be able to create all your stuff within Odoo using the application. Once they create all the stuff, they give that staff access to that future within Odoo. So all staff, they also have limitation. You as a HR, you have different view, while ordinary user have different view. Same as the administrator. The administrator will have the overall view of the application, but for HR will have application related to HR purposes. Why procurement? They also have procurement module. When you install a procurement module, that module will be assigned to the procurement department. They have accounting module as well. Like your organization, you have accounting team, right? That module will be assigned to accounting team. So they will be charged all the revenue they will be collecting, all the receipt, they will be coming from the system, creating customers. Like in a supermarket, right? In a supermarket, we go to the supermarket, we use we have the point of sales system in the supermarket, right? Same as Orange Shop we have here. We have the Odoo deploy on all the users' computer, all the shops. So once customer enter the shops to buy, the customer will be issued receipt, and that receipt is generated from Odoo from the system. And after they receive its issue, the customer. You can also integrate SMS. You don't need to give them hard copy. You can integrate SMS to be able to send the customer SMS as their receipt on their purchase. So Odoo is a whole lot of Odoo has whole lot of functionality that organization can use, individual can use. If you have your little small institution with Odoo, you could go, you can install Odoo. So the skills you need to use, you need to get to be on to be able to work in Odoo. You need pattern skills. You need how to work in with XML. So once you have the two skills, you you can build your own module, you customize it, or you customize an existing module that has already been built by Odoo. Because once Odoo is installed, it comes with so many modules. Maybe let me try to log in one of these database and see if we will be successful.
So while you're trying to log in, there's a question here from Stanley. It is possible to get a full working web application to be used for certain solution with Odoo?
Yes, sure. Odoo have the website. You want website? Odoo have the website template that you can use. If you customize Odoo, nobody will know that you're using Odoo.
Okay.
If you actually customize Odoo. So now if you walk in our shop, you see Odoo, like the supermarket, you have all the product, the sales rep can put in this. Okay, let me log in. The sales rep can put in the devices and then generate receipt. You know all the things you can customize. All this you can customize. So once the system open, I will show you examples. I will show you all the apps. And Odoo Enterprise version also have for non-coders, people who don't have too much experience in coding, right? The Enterprise version has the click and drag aspect that you can use. But that one you got to pay. Yes, the click and drag aspect. You click, drag.
Okay. There's a question here. Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so currently, we also added another feature. We integrated barcode scanner. Currently, we just received huge equipment of barcode scanner. Just integrate barcode scanner because after we launched, I think last year we launched the point of sales. When we started Odoo newly, the guys that came in 2018, it was only one module that was only used by HR, managing the staff and what have you. Later on, we start to add features. We added the pay down module. So if staff going out of town, you got to take a form, fill in a form, carry to your manager, he sign, carry to final sign, carry to the other person before your payment. But with the integration of that module, of that feature, staff they don't need to leave their office. You just go, you sit on your computer, you put in your pattern, the number of time you're going for. So once it's done and submitted, it goes straight to manager. Your manager approve a move to the human resource until it reaches the finance team. And before the finance team used to print that entire process up, right? Like a printout, they will take a printout and then do manual injection, like sending your money through mobile money using the phone. But lately last year, we integrated the Orange Money API. So finance guy, they don't need to print the request from the system anymore. Once it reaches the CFO, soon CFO click on pay, automatically your account will be credited.
Okay.
Automatic.
So automatically
Yes.
your account will be credited. Ladies and gentlemen, I just want to let you know that we are doing the attendance now in the background. Why we still have officially 4 minutes. We are doing the attendance in the background, so do not log out now. Yeah, Danny, you can go ahead.
So Ola, you see, Odoo, these are the modules, the apps, the predefined apps. Once you install Odoo, these are the predefined apps it comes with. You see e-commerce, right? You see sales, you see attendance, you see contact, you see purchase, you see recruitment, we get appraisal, we get help desk, point of sales, as I said, we get employees. So once you are good in Odoo and you install any of this module, you can be able to customize it according to your needs. You can be able to inherit. Like I install employee module, right? And the structure of my employee is different from what Odoo have. So I'll be able to inherit, certain field that Odoo have and maintain only the ones I need. If anybody see it, they won't believe that this is Odoo. The way in which, because this is the default installation. If you just install Odoo, this is how it will be. Or if you customize it well, everything will be, all the design, what have you, will change. So in our next presentation, I will show you something that we did in Odoo, so that you can be able to see. And see, we also have the barcode scanner, right? QR code, a generic QR code. We have the real estate. This one part, I developed that. So once you develop your module, and then you update the apps, your module will appear. So from here, when your module is installed, it will be added on the list. It will be added on the list.
Okay, I think
Like
even this screen have cleared the doubts of many of you guys that asked what they could do. I think you can see so many. You can keep scrolling down. You can see so many. Keep scrolling down. You can see so many things here that they can do.
Marketing automation, launch, so many fleet management.
There's a lot of things here. There's a lot of things that you can do.
Repair. So the only thing is, as a developer, you need to understand the approach of Odoo, understand how to customize it well. Once you understand it, you get like real quick project to do for somebody. You can use Odoo, you launch it fast.
Okay,
Yes.
so we'll have Daniel on Saturday to talk about maybe this more.
Yes.
But then
also I'm hoping that few people be able to install it on their computer. So as we using this documentation, I'll drop this in a group also. Before then, you can still, the participant can go through the step to be able to create simple module, very simple. This one you are creating a module from scratch. All the explanation is in this documentation. Everything.
okay.
So yeah, once you go through this documentation, you can be able to create a bigger module. You see, after you create your module will be here, and then you can just install.
All right. So Donna, thank you so much for sharing. Thank you so much for being here today. We highly appreciate. Ladies and gentlemen, just give your appreciation messages in the chat box. We will have Daniel on Saturday. So some of you that have, I see many people raising their hands. So we have Daniel on Saturday to talk more about this, especially on the demonstration aspect. So I think now you have a chance to download the app, install it, do every other configuration you have to do before Saturday, so that whenever he is explaining, you can be able to at least go along with him. Some of you never had the time to do so, and I think now you should be able to proceed with that. So thank you so much, Daniel. We are letting you go, but we are not letting you go finally. We'll have you on Saturday. Guys, you can just open up your cameras and let's just take one here. Let me just override the sharing from Daniel. Okay, I think it's already good. So please keep your question, Abraham and the other guys, please keep your question. We will have Daniel here again. I think the speaker for tomorrow is already here. He just, I saw somebody like him, but we get him tomorrow. Thank you guys so much for joining. Let me just do this attendance quickly.
Azini will
And
be
then-
volunteer.
And then we call it a day. All right, so I'm doing it now. I'm just gonna take the first two screen though, because we already have the backup already. And I've unmuted this guy. I'm not sure if they'll be talking now.
Azin has with the short.
Okay, I'm taking the second screen, just a minute. So tomorrow is day 5. By the end of today, we start to generate the certificates. For those of you that already completed the 4 days in a row, we will check the record and start generating your certificates by today. So tomorrow I will show some of you a sample of your certificate so that you can see that it's already here. Those of you that miss 1 or 2 days, tomorrow you have to attend, and you also have to attend the other days moving forward so that you can be able to complete whatever record you have. Okay, guys, so thank you so much. The other screen, we already have it. So I don't need to take the other guys who never turn on the cameras. We'll see you guys later. So that's it. Let's stop recording. And then